Batia, no pats, hey hey ho, hey hey ho, Tasso, Luaso, Toso, ha, Tavake.
Yay! All right, so after a really big campaign here at 3x3, that's the Tavake men's team. So then I just kind of go around. The really purpose of this interview is to get to know you guys a little bit better in your journeys, because you guys have been role models for the Pacific Island communities. So we're gonna start with Joshua on the left. Your journey growing up and where you're from and how you got into basketball.
Alright, cool. I was born in Samoa. Came to Christchurch when I was about 4 years old. Played rugby my whole life, and then not until like year 12 in school I started playing basketball. And then my biggest role model was my high school coach, Marcus Whippy. Yeah, he really engraved the hard work and the love for the ball. Started from him.
Nice.
So,
Tyrone?
My name is Tyrone. I was born in Auckland. Shortly after I was born, we moved to Fiji. Spent 3 years in Fiji. Came back to New Zealand. Spent a couple of years back in New Zealand, and then went and lived in Sydney. Spent 3 years in Sydney. Came back to New Zealand when I was about 11, and then been living in Auckland since then. Getting into sports, and especially basketball, I think for me was sort of growing up in Fiji. Everyone was playing sport over there, so we played any and every sport, and then it wasn't until sort of later years of school that I decided I'd sort of stick to basketball.
Nice.
What was the last question?
your
Heroes.
role models.
Honestly, probably my dad. My dad was a professional athlete, and just being able to see how disciplined and organized he was off of the field and everything, and just seeing as a whole man was probably my biggest role model.
Can we ask like what was he playing? What sport was he in?
So my dad played for the Fiji men's rugby team.
Amazing.
Toured the world with the Flying Fijians who did well at the World Cup this year, and yes, he was a part of that in his playing time.
So you saw that high performance, kind of those behaviors early on.
Yeah, I saw I didn't get to see him play, but I saw the behaviors and everything.
Yeah.
Things that he learned from it afterwards.
Yeah.
My name is Dru-Leo Leusogi-Ape. Born in Porirua. Pretty much raised in a bit of Auckland and overseas. I went to Liston College. So I was putting the 6 irons up. Rafka Road, 69 Rafka Road. That's where I met Tyrone Mclennan.
Okay.
So we've been hooping since legit, since a baby. So that's where I started my basketball journey. Well, it pretty much started when I was a baby. My dad played for the Wellington Saints and the Youth Town Stars when Auckland was called the Youth Town Stars.
Okay.
So he played in those two teams, and I was always familiar with it, just basketball and having ball in hand and just bouncing it around the court while he warmed up. So I'll say my dad, my biggest role model to having the biggest impact in my life with basketball. He showed me, just the fundamentals and how to play, and I'll say that's my biggest role model. I grew up out of West Auckland, went to Liston College, got a scholarship in year 11 to go to Shawnigan Lake High School in Canada. I did 2 years there, won 2 provincial champs, and the guy that took care of me, my guardian caregiver in Canada, James Blake, he decided to move me to St. Louis, Missouri, and did my last year of high school in St. Louis. After that, it was just COVID, and I was stuck in New Zealand, so I just started to jump in the bubble with the NBL, and I didn't have that much tape in my senior year of high school, so it was hard to get scholarships and try and get overseas during COVID period, and the bubble showed up in my first NBL season, and that's when I decided to try and go pro, semi-pro, or
It was the Showdown A.
yeah, this was the showdown.
Yeah.
That happened out of West Auckland, so it was just down the road from my house, and I was like, for sure, I'm gonna go there. Put my name in the draft, and I got lucky to get picked by the Bulls, and that's when my NBL journey started.
Nice.
I've done 3 seasons in the NBL, and this is the most recent NBL event that's happened, and I've been grateful to have this journey with Tavake Pacific, and it's cool to represent your culture, and you don't have many teams that are out here that are lucky enough, and especially with only 4 of us in the team, we're representing a lot of not only Samoa, Fiji, we're representing a lot of the Polynesian Pacific, so we take, for sure, 100%, all of us take pride in that.
Yeah.
And just enjoying the journey and having fun with these boys, We didn't have the perfect record, but, we stayed together off the court, and, we all know where we come from, and we're just proud of what we've done.
Amazing.
Hey guys, my name is Joshua Walesi Tutagalevao.
Do you want to meet us before you go?
I'll quickly.
Batia, no pats, hey, ho, hey, ho, Tasso, Luaso, Toso, ha, Tavake.
Hey!
That was good. All right. So Joshua Walesi Tutagalevao, born and raised in Lower Hutt, Wellington. Pretty much grew up in the hut most of my life. Most of what I can remember, I've been living in like Nana, a good old Nana, a little humble school. It was dope. Moved to Stream for my last year, and pretty much went from there.
You guys, though, so you've all been involved at the NBL level at some stage of your career or another. Just so that experience, you guys, is that something that you were aware of, knowing kind of where you're coming from, that you're helping put your countries on the map?
Absolutely.
And being those role models.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I know the biggest part of the reason why I play basketball is because I want to show all these guys from Nana and stuff. Because when I moved from Nana to Silverstream, the whole culture was different, and everyone at Nana, when you try to chase something or pursue something, and it's sad to say, but a lot of it was like you're known as the try-hard. Like someone who's doing too much.
That is huge in Wellington culture.
It's such a
huge. That is huge. That's a whole culture as well.
And that's just like Polynesians in general, but like also that was just the kind of culture that I realized. And then moving over to Stream, you had all the rugby boys trying to be All Blacks, and all the basketball boys trying to be Tall Blacks, like they were trying to pursue something. And I think the whole point of this is not to be like petty and get back at those people who call me try hard and stuff. Went through all of that, but like to show them that like these kids can actually do it too. And a lot of the people in these low decile schools and island families and Māori families, like they're some of the most talented people there, like talented people out. And obviously like a massive thing of it is financially, unfortunately. And, but I guess I just want to show like all these young bucks, like they can come from the exact same thing as us and still make something out of it and still pursue a dream, whether it be sport, whether it be something else, but like just chase something else. I know like it's weird as, so I'm gonna be talking too much. And primarily that I ask you guys like what your dream and everything is, like, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? And you're like astronaut, and you want to be.
What
like
did you say? Wait, what did you say?
Yeah, what did you say?
I can't remember what I said. I'm not even gonna lie.
What did you say?
Yes.
Until
I wanted to play basketball.
So you do that from a young age?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was brought into it.
That was literally like, that was in front of you from day one.
That was literally my blueprint of growing up and being a 15-year-old all the way to a 20-year-old. That was my blueprint.
Okay.
I won't complain. I loved it. I loved the journey.
Well, no, and that's something too. You gotta love the journey.
Yeah.
And that's something too that this
it has a lot of values off the court.
And that it's like you read my mind, Cap, because I'm gonna ask you guys about the values that you guys grew up with, and how you display those in your everyday life, and how Tavake allows you to do that.
Well, I think as Islanders, it's quite natural to be brought up with a massive, massive thing of respect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Respect is super, super important in these island families, and it's big to a point where I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't know what
It
I'm
like
trying to say.
translates into like small
Yeah,
things in life.
It's kind of trickle-down effect.
Everyday things, you know,
Like there's
like
big
just-
grand gestures that show respect.
Yeah, just
but
little
then there's
things,
also
you know?
like small other
It doesn't have to be anything huge, you
bits
know,
and
but
pieces that
Yeah.
How you carry yourself.
yeah, we know it's gonna
There you
go
go,
with
yeah.
everyone else, and it's all gonna be the same.
So definitely respect. I
Yeah.
think family in general, like keeping family close has always been a big thing of us growing up. Like they got us to where we are.
that like it takes a village to raise a child,
Correct. Yeah.
and it's more than just a husband and a wife raising one child. It's more than just the two of them. You know, you have uncles, aunties, cousins, everything. Everything molding this child from a young age.
Yeah.
Like that's what it means to be like raised by a village. I feel like that's a thing that Pacific Islands in general have a lot more of. They have a wider
Community,
extended
looking
family that are
after
more
them.
involved.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
I feel like
upbringing.
heaps of like all of us grew up in households where it had like at least 10 plus people with or like the house was only had like 2 bedrooms or 3 bedrooms in it, and there was a lot of people around.
Yeah.
Must be the best. Though.
Yo, like and
Be
just
warm.
having the vibes with like
It was
your
warm.
cousins and family and mucking around.
Like it was more fun crashing in a room with all your cousins than it was
Yeah.
going into a room by yourself.
Yeah.
Like and going to sleep.
Like,
Always.
not
like,
everyone would even have a bed, but
Yeah.
it was
But, like,
cool.
Be
just
like
being-
mattresses all over the floor, or you got
You know?
the couches all sussed out, couple cushions off the couches.
Like we did not need this. If you pan the camera around and look at this house, it's,
There's more bedrooms than people.
Yeah.
Like, there's more beds than people.
and we
That's
didn't
actually
need
fact-
this.
that's
Yeah.
facts,
We are
though.
grateful. We are grateful
Yeah.
to have something like this and understand how Tavake is. But
Yeah.
And-
We've never had the problem of too much space.
yeah, we've
before.
had,
No.
Look at that.
yeah. Look,
With too many people.
this is also Joshi.
See, but this really gives you guys an outlet to be yourselves.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
seems like. And so has that probably been what's been the biggest difference from playing for other franchises to playing for this one? Would you say?
I think, and we all can agree on this, like being proud to represent what we are
Yeah.
from Hawke's Bay, like, and not just told to do it, but encouraged. Like
Yeah.
we're actually encouraged to be ourselves and add our own little flavor. Sierra was always supporting us and all of that. Like, so being able to like represent our culture proudly and be encouraged for it, encouraged to do it, like, is
Yeah,
big
and not
for
be
us,
ashamed,
and not be ashamed, that's
worried,
it, yeah.
and
Mhm.
not be
And like,
thinking because we're different.
yeah, exactly. Like, but embracing our
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
difference,
embracing it.
and being like, yo, this is actually who we are. That's actually kind of fun, and
This
Like-
may not be in an international level,
Yeah.
but it's
It doesn't have to be
Yeah.
to be fun and to
Yeah,
be
exactly.
yourself, and you
and
guys
to
just
understand where we come from.
absolutely.
and that's the core of it.
Mhm.
And you don't have to be at the highest level to enjoy yourself, to play with your friends, and to do what you want to do. All right. So then, just for those coming up and who are watching you, what is some advice that you would have for them?
Start on
I
that
think
side,
Josh
start
needs
on
to
that
say
side.
something gay.
Yeah, be a little bit quiet on that side.
So advice for anyone coming up,
Yep.
just exactly what we did. Just be yourself. Embrace your culture because it's that those values and characteristics that make you stand out and it makes you seen. I know each of us have been in different teams and almost been like the only Islanders and stuff like that. But that's what makes us unique. And if you take pride in that, and honestly, the world's yours.
Actually,
Doesn't
could
have
I
to stop at NBL. You can take you to NBA if you want.
just quick follow up on that. So if you do find yourself in that situation where you are the only Islander in that group, how do you find that confidence just to be who you are and really channel that and bring your flavor?
It's easy.
I mean,
Just
yeah.
being it regardless.
Yeah.
I think. Like
It's
they're gonna
like,
have to
your
put up
parents
with it. You're
taught
gonna
you
have to put
well.
up with them. You know.
Yeah.
That's so true, though.
To be honest, if you're just yourself, and it depends on the team. Like if they'd accept it or not, like that's on them.
Yeah, and I don't know about
Like
you
it's
guys.
so easy to represent the Polynesian community with music. You know, I spent 2 years in Canada, and I went over there, and none of them heard a single Polynesian song, and I'm just out there blasting their music to people that I just met, and it's the first time they ever heard it. So it's cool to just spread it like that, and it's nothing crazy, but it's a few people.
Just advice for those who are
Advice
watching.
for kids,
Yes,
for youngins.
My advice is that, idea is that hard work will never go unnoticed. So whether it's not noticed straight away, it'll always pay off. In the long run, putting in hard work is never ever a bad thing.
Investing in yourself.
Investing in yourself is the best investment you could possibly make.
While other kids are going out there and doing other things, you're in the gym.
Yeah.
That actually.
And it doesn't even have to be specifically for sport. It could be,
it could be
if you
anything.
really want to be a lawyer, doctor, you want to invest time into
to doing it.
studying and putting in that hard work and putting
100%.
in it's more than it's taking these lessons from sport and being able to
Quiet.
adapt them to your own life. But hard work for me is hard work is never a bad thing.
Actually, speaking of clapping, I do have one last question is you guys doing the clapping was every time I noticed when you guys went on the court, you guys came together and we're doing, can you just tell us what that was if you want to?
Okay, so I think it
right
started.
here.
It started
there.
at a little.
For context.
In this little room. We were having a little meeting, and Sierra comes up with the idea you guys should come up with something that brings you guys together right before a game, and then I think I can't, who was it that suggested a melee? It was Jackoe.
Yeah, it was
And he came up with hey, we should do a melee, and then we're like, yo, that's me, and we're chilling in the room, and then he comes up and he's like, we should do a proper melee, and then he started taking us through what he reckons it will sound like. The boys start adding their little tweaks, their little spice,
little sauce,
and ended up with a quick little melee right before our games, and it's been really good for us. Any team could have gone out there, had not the most ideal
Hey,
tournament.
keep in mind, we just finished losing 4 games.
Yeah, and look at us.
This is end of day one. We decided we're gonna make the
We
melee.
were 0-4. It was
This is it. We didn't really have the most ideal tournament, but we're enjoying it.
Yeah.
And it was I thought was a really good way of showing everyone how proud we are to be our culture, but also being hey, we're still together in this. Other teams could have just broken up by now or just stopped talking to each other off the court and stuff, but now we stayed together. It was tight.
After losing.
It was
Yeah.
tight. It was just sometimes we forget about the loss completely and be like, oh, that's right, we actually played these guys today. And we've gone into the next game. So I think it's been really good for us and a real good way of showing how proud we are. I think
helps get us locked in.
It's like a switch. It's as soon as that clap's done, it's game time.
It's boom.
There's
Mindset
no
shift.
transition. It's a straight.
Yeah. All right.
It's cool, and it gets
Everyone on the same page.
it's just pretty much like a chant. You have the All Blacks doing the haka,
Yes.
you have the Tongans doing the sipi tau, and then the Samoans doing the sipa tau. So
Amazing.
and the Fiji's doing the hum. So it's just something that brings all of the islands together, and it doesn't matter where you're from.
Well, do you guys
Are we gonna do a little pillage?
Do you guys want to do one more to sign off?
Sivu
que ama na ngane da de loku. Okay, so that was Fijian. We're not Fijian except for the Uso, but that was our attempt. That was our attempt.
Love it.
We embrace all cultures,
Yeah,
all
see?
Polynesian cultures.
Love it. All right.
Go, lead.
I'm not leaving. You gotta start us.
I got the uke, G. I got the uke.
How good things will be. If you took a chance with me, oh, I promise you never wanna leave. 'Cause you know you're the apple of my eye, angel in the sky, dreams come true. Girl, it's only you. Baby, and you know you're the apple of my eye, angel in the sky, dreams come true. Girl, it's only you.
Oh, no.
You know you're the apple of my eye,
Okay.
angel in the sky,
A little fade out.
girl, it's only you.
That was beautiful.
I rate that 10 out of 10.
Oh, yeah.
Harmonics, boys. That's
Great job, guys. That's amazing.
All right, back.